を這う声たちに応えて忘れはしない君のことは叶う道になお一人立ち垂れた鳥のような優雅さで雨に耐え消えない地上の地に現れて眠る星よ壮絶に物語この夜を忘れはしない君のことは凍えて夜をただ一人消えない声を今蘇れ力へと High forces High forces High forces High forces聞けよ風さえなきそびえ立つ影の塔打たれて夜道を這う君に火を灯せよ忘れはしない君のことは叶う道になお一人立ち行けよ小鉄の影よ来て導け High forces 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 High forces
All right, excellent. We are live. This is Calm the Hell Down in a tribute to a very, very special person that we recently lost a few days ago. That is Caveman, and AKA Guy, a great dude. Did a few streams with him. He was always in the chat, repping these channels, keeping the dream alive. A person with a heart of gold, really. He was just somebody special, and yeah, it just hurts. What else can you really say sometimes? But he is in a better place. Talking to him and stuff like that. But yeah, he was very cool. He loved films. He loved movies, all different kind of movies. He did the Something Geeky with me and Jeff, aka John Doe Juggalo. That was very fun streams. He did Something Rotten collection with Gizmo and his group of peeps over there. He's a very cool guy. And rest in peace to him. And yeah, great memories of him. Keith, just share your thoughts real quick on Mr. Caveman.
Yeah, I was surprised, man. Like I said, I was on Cal's stream last night when I heard about it, and it just stopped me dead in my tracks, man, because we've lost so many people. You know what I mean? Steven here a few weeks ago. We lost Dave, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, couple of years back, he was on my streams a lot. You know what I mean? And I think him and I had a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? Cal was telling me that because Caveman was supposed to join me on a stream one time, and he canceled like an hour and a half before we were supposed to go on, and I think I have a way of just being overly emotional, and
Oh yeah.
and I
So
think
do I. So do I.
I don't think before I speak sometimes, and he thought I was upset with him and had a problem with him, and I really didn't. I always liked him, and I hate that he thought that, man. I wish I could have straightened that out. I
Oh,
really
I know he didn't, because he used to. I remember one time it was me, you, and Drake and stuff like that, and you two dudes had your shirts off, acting like your badass former wrestling selves and stuff like that. And he said that he's like, oh, I guess it's I must be hot over there and stuff like that too. He was really good with that. Yeah.
it was hot. It was hot, man. It gets really hot in this room sometimes. So I got to feel
Yeah,
off,
it does. Just rocking on, probably looking at himself like I was and stuff like that. He always did his jokes of the day. Man, he would just cheer me up all the time, because I would get in a dark place. I still get in those dark places. It's hard. It's very hard to get out of that. And through thick and thin, he would just do it and stuff like that, And it just worked out, just in the end and stuff like that. He always, like, through that awesome epic beard that he had and the fedora hat, man, he was just a second coming. He looked like Bray Wyatt wise in a lot of ways. And I always liked that about him. And people used to say that to him as well.
Yeah.
So he sometimes took things wrong. Yeah, absolutely, Miss Caveman. Very sorry for your loss too. You have that farm and stuff like that you all live at. Great place too, because you do videos like that. It's just beautiful out there in those green grass and stuff, and and just with his dog, and just showing off. Hey, somebody sent me this and stuff like that. I remember his early videos when I got introduced to him. Like, he'd be coming out of Big Lots and stuff like that, and I miss Big Lots a lot. Times are changing, people, and he just say, "Hey, look what I picked up! I picked up this, I picked up that," and it's just really good. You just see the smile on my face. It's just like, because I remember the good times, and it's just really, it's just sad. But like I say, he's in a better place, and yeah, he's with David now. You know what I mean? And they can do. They can do their own by the numbers together up there as well and stuff like that. A quick shout out to Mr. David Lowe, aka the Family Man. A big found footage fan like myself as well. And it was cool talking to him through Instagram lives, which was very crazy. So, it was very cool. Just, he was a big part with all of you of getting me into doing streams and stuff like that as well. Brad 4K10 Revival made a suggestion that me, him, and Jeff and whatever should do like a stream like we did with the Something Geeky, where we just talk about these anime films and all these other science fiction films that really just are just kind of different. And that was very cool when he was available. Him and Spicy 4K Action, aka Reed, just doing all this other stuff too. So it was very, very cool. We have a lot of people in here. I really appreciate everyone showing up. I really do. Thank you all very much for joining this special night, really, just to honor a great person in this community, and like say, do with the heart of gold and what have you. So we have KB Loves Movies in here. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Of course, you got Keith and stuff like that too. We have Hey Internet Eric here. If you haven't followed his channel, follow his channel. He does great stuff. He's doing with Keith. Doing something with Keith here a little bit later. So,
that was supposed to be Drake tonight. Me and Eric did something a couple days ago.
Oh, that's right. You did. That's right. Yeah. John Candy. That's right. Yeah. Never mind. Which was a great stream, by the way, as well. So very cool to see him. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. We're all family here, man. We all make fun of each other and all this other great stuff too. Of course, we have Corey, aka Wilkie's Movies and Music. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I really appreciate it. Great dude as well. Follow him. And, of course, we have Mr. Ben Grimm. Follow him on Instagram, dude. He does great film reviews and stuff like that. Very cool, dude. Definitely check him out. It's just great stuff, definitely.
Yeah, I really regret that, man. I really do. I wish he hadn't thought that, man. It's really bothered me ever since I heard that.
Yeah. Funny story, Caveman spoke at my dad's funeral in the middle of talking. He did a door prize with audience. It was the most awesome thing I've ever seen at a funeral. That's very cool, Gary. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, he'd always have that upliftingness self to him. Like even that stream I did when he was in the hospital and the nurse was there. It's like, yeah, I'm just on a stream. And she would wave. The nurse waved, and he was just, he just had a smile on his face. And man, he just took everything just as wholeheartedly as you can. And that's what I respect about people like that. You can be miserable and think you can say F the world and all this other stuff, man. And he just had that where it's like, you know what? And I say it, my all-time favorite film, Gladiator, death smiles on us all. The only thing we can do is smile back. And yeah, I smile at it every day. And so, very cool. Yeah.
Is it at 52 years old? I still haven't stopped learning, and I still haven't stopped learning lessons. I still haven't stopped growing and realizing wrongs and rights. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm 46, I believe, going to be turning 47, and somebody's got to wear the hat here. That have my receding hair and all this other stuff too. But I keep on learning. Yeah, you always learn, even after whatever like that. Like I say, KB mentioned his jokes of the day. Some of that shit's hilarious. I mean, like you can't, people used to get on him a little bit for other people, mouth breathers used to get on him for repping these films that if they were streaming, and stuff like that, this is streaming and you can stream it for free. Go ahead and do it. And they'd call him like a, stream Nazi or whatever like that, dude. And he always used to say, he's like, I don't know why they call me that. It's like going, yeah, it's because they all just jealous anyway. It's like, what, it's like, you want to sample something before you watch it. Really, it's like renting, that's what Netflix is. It's a rental service. You pay monthly for it, but it's a rental service. Hey, what's up, Coco? It's great to see you. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, thank you all very much. Like I said, Caveman would be with Brian on and Coco too sometimes, on Gizmo streams and stuff, talking everything movies and just watching those films for the first time. It's just cool hearing his opinions on them. He was a big Western fan. I'd ask him with Tony, as well as Tony, Basement Blues, like what Westerns would you recommend? Like the big ones I know, of course, are like films like Tombstone. That's my all-time favorite Western, stuff like that. High Plains Drifter, which I put highly up there. Other stuff like that too. And he made good suggestions and he's like, I would check out this. And, introduced me to certain Westerns I've heard about, but never really watched. So it was very cool for that as well.
Pale Rider, Outlaw Ghostly Whales. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that was kind of like the last one of like the 80s and stuff. Yeah. All good there, Hayden. Thanks for dropping by saying hi. Check out Napalm and OJ. Hayden's flipping hilarious, dude. Like the coolest, funniest dude on YouTube, I swear. Just does these videos and stuff. You introduced me to that Del Rey chick. There's a YouTube video out of her going to Disneyland, basically stoned and alone. It's the coolest, funniest thing you'll ever see on Halloween. Like on Disneyland's like Halloween. It's the funniest stuff in the world. Got Wild Wrangler in here too. Thanks for showing up, my friend. I really appreciate it. He's always in the chats. Very cool guy. He knows his slashers more than I do. Like he gives like suggestions and all this other stuff as well. And like I said, it's like through Caveman introduced me to other streamers and all this other stuff too. Like Jeff John Doe Juggalo, man, his early times just doing this. And it's like, yeah, just great stuff. Absolutely. Drive-in will never die. You're absolutely right. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, it's good to see you too, Russ. Thanks for dropping in, saying hi. I really appreciate that, my friend. It's good to see you back in the chats too there, Russ. We missed you, my friend. He's very good. What's that? Yeah.
You got 25 in the chat, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, 20, 25, 27. Like I said, because, they know they're here to support like a great dude. And that's what I like. That's what I like about it. We're here to celebrate him, not to cry for him. And yeah, it's a great community. It really is. We have our issues, but yeah, all families have their issues.
Trust me.
Dude,
I know.
family has issues. Trust me.
You know that I know.
Yeah, it's like it's not just for the fact that, like I said, just with family. Yeah, if you have a problem, we can just do it in the backyard. Hey, I mean,
Right,
and then
right.
we can just all be happy and drink together again. So, it works out all good.
I'm just easily misunderstood, Chris. I really am. I'm not
Yeah.
who a lot of people think I am. I'm actually a nice fucking guy.
No, you
Really.
are a nice fucking guy, Keith. Definitely.
Some people think I'm a dick. I think, man, and I'm really not unless you're a dick to me, But I
Right,
think some people,
exactly.
the way I come off, I'm very passionate. And
Yeah,
I
definitely very passionate.
sometimes I just come off very, I think, overwhelming, maybe overpowering,
Right.
possibly.
Exactly. Guy was that way too. But yeah, just a big, huge shout out and a rest in peace to Guy. You won't get anybody like him. I I
Yeah,
posted this in other streams that were going on last night, so other people have the word. So they're sending their condolences out as well, and that's what I want. And just celebrate this man's life. A great dude, and I'll definitely miss him. So let's get into some something you really like. It's just some stuff. This is Calm the Hell Down. So I'll just show some stuff that I picked up, and then we're going to take a quick look at the Scream Factory sale, which a lot of people are considering a fire sale, a bloodletting sale,
going away sale.
going away sale.
No.
We'll see some. I have Keith here. He'll make maybe some suggestions on films if you don't have them. It's a problem. Maybe pick them up if you have it, because trust me, some of these are dirt cheap, and specifically for 4Ks, you can't miss on those. First off, I'll show off something I got. I think a month ago. No, not that long ago, but this just came out from Arrow. That's Creep Show 2, the 4K. So, and this is an old school box. So it looks like the Blu-ray one. I think this is the only one they've done like this and stuff. And for what I hear, I've watched these channels. Piz said it's a great transfer. Garrett Born to Be Rad said it's a great transfer. Says it's better than the Blu-ray. Yeah, absolutely. So, towards the end of the year, yeah, I'm going to do my best of the year. This will probably be up there. So, yeah, that's a Creep Show 4K. What's your thoughts on it, on the film in general, Keith?
I've always loved Creep Show 2 almost as much as the first one, man. I mean, not
a
as
lot of
much.
people do. It's like 3 stories compared to like what, 5 or something from the first.
But I like it, man. I mean, you got Chief Woodenhead, and you got the raft, and then you've got I can't remember what's called, this Thanks for the Ride lady.
I think it's like the Hitchhiker.
They're all three great, and
Like
I
Going My Way or something.
Yeah, I missed the first limited edition, the Blu-ray. It had like 2 or 3 different editions. It had like a teal and a blue, but this time I made sure to get it. So, I was very happy to add it to the collection.
And here's a collection that I got now. It's from a studio called Discotech. So they do older school anime films and stuff like that too. This is an anime, but this is something different. I've always said this series that was made into 2 films. If you were going to do an anime that was a category 3, an equivalent to a category 3 in Hong Kong, it would be this right here. This is Uruseica Doji, Legend of the Overfiend. This will be up there for my release of the year, because I would never, ever think you would get this title in Blu-ray form at all. And they did a restoration for this. I had the VHS box set of this. I regret I don't have it anymore. I got it from a comic shop. People are all looking at me funny because I knew what it was. And I felt bad after watching it. It is that good. It is that brutal. So this comes with the OAVs, which means original video animation. So it comes with the first part and the second part, and then the film versions of the 2 parts as well. They're also releasing some other episodes of this. There is a manga, which is a Japanese graphic novel of this. This is anime 18. This is not for the squeamish. I think this one comes with a disclaimer, which I suggest if you're not squeamish or not offended, watch that, because the English actor says all the women perceived in this film are over the age of 18, which is not true because they're in schoolgirl uniforms. So let's make that perfectly clear with this. Like I say, watch this at your own risk. I don't suggest this to anybody. Just like any category 3, I don't suggest it to anybody. But yeah, that's Uruseica Doji, Legend of the Overfiend. I'm very happy that I got this. But like I said, it's it can be funny at times, and other times you're like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? So this was from the Shocktober sale, some Scream Factory pickups, and then one from Lionsgate Limited, which shouldn't be limited, but I'm going to leave it at that. So the 3 I picked up from the Shocktober sale are this one, Hell Knight, which actually came with a slip, which I'm shocked it did. Because usually you don't think you'd get this release, a Blu-ray with a slip, but I got that with a slip. Linda Blair, the dude from Friday the 13th Part 4. This is a good Halloween watch, definitely. It's a good slasher. You could pair this with the Funhouse a little bit. Something creepy in the basement. So I picked that one up.
Yeah, there's no nudity or nothing like that, but it's just a really good monster. Gothic monster mash meets slasher type film.
Yeah, and it's Linda Blair. What can you beat about that when she's a little bit older?
It's got great as far as set design. It's got great Gothic set design, man.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a very, very good one. Next up, so I have 3 versions of this, which is funny, but that's I got the collector set with this, which came with the heart box. That's My Bloody Valentine. So got this set for like 30. Close to $40. Came with the heart, came with the poster. Why not? All-time slasher from Paramount, no less. So I'm kind of shocked that this, because Paramount releases good 4Ks too. So it makes me wonder why they didn't do this themselves. Maybe in the future they will, considering what's going on. But this is loaded with special features and stuff. I have the anniversary DVD too, which comes with stuff I don't think this one has. So.
One of the greatest slashers of all time.
That's an interesting take there, Keith. I'm very, yeah, definitely. Maybe be a future thing for Extreme Grindhouse Theater to do that film with something else. Yeah, because it'll give me an excuse to watch this 4K, definitely. It's good to see you 20th and 21st films. Good channel. He does a lot of Criterion stuff. Definitely check him out if you haven't already. Very cool dude.
We could do that in The Burning or that and Pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's that. Next up is one Hayden seems to like, Napalm and OJ. And I got this because I haven't seen a lot of films like this before, and I do like the cover for it. That's Humanoids from the Deep. This 4K. This might be a release of the year. This might be a release of the year. I guess there's an Indian in here or something like that. That Hayden kind of says, well, this is kind of a racist film of what they name him. But yeah, Vic Morrow's in here. Doug McClure. I haven't seen a lot of stuff with Doug McClure in him. So it's kind of like it's a Grindhouse-like film for what I've seen and stuff like that. I know Chase from AV Pop Culture likes this film quite a lot. So.
Oh yeah. I've got on 88 films from about 3 or 4, maybe 5 years ago. It's a nice version of it. It's Roger Corman.
Yeah, directed by Barbara Peters. Miss Caveman has an interesting stuff. Lovecraft movie. Oh, interesting. Okay, Ben, thank you. Yeah, it kind of seems that way. But yeah, I love and it's Roger Corman who did like over hundreds of produced films and stuff like that too as well. One, I think maybe I've shown this off before, one that Napalm and OJ mentioned. It's a vampire film, kind of a newer one. A girl walks home alone at night. So it's this one right here. The Kino released this one and stuff like that. So it looks, he really likes this one, so I definitely need to check it out. So yeah, it was done. Yeah, Vice film. So sometimes you can take Vice with a grain of salt. But so not bad. Has some stuff in there. Yeah, Miss Caveman said something interesting about her relating to the director of that film. That's very, very cool. Yeah, woman directed Humanoids from the Deep. Sure did. So,
Yeah.
And then this might be a release of the year. Something I got from, like I say, Lionsgate Limited. That's Hider in the House. This might be my release of the year as a Blu-ray too. Gary Busey. I haven't seen this film-wise. Only thing that irks me, and I've said this before, I won't get anything on Lionsgate Limited ever again. It should not be limited at all. They even put that here. When you go from $11 for their titles and you go up to 25, there's an issue there. And I'm sorry, it just it's just crazy. Second cousin, that's very cool, Miss Caveman. That's very cool. Hey, why not? You know, so but yeah, and this has good special features in it and stuff like that too. But yeah, I'm done. If you don't put these in stores and stuff like that, I'm kind of done with that because that seems kind of shady to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, but you know, you do what you do. But yeah, this was done in what, 1989. So, you know, maybe one you can pair up with Bad Ronald, you know? So, but
That's
yeah.
before Gary suffered his change, I do believe. Yeah, I think he was still the old Gary Busey that we remember from Lethal
Silver
Weapon.
Bullet. Yeah, and Lethal
Silver
Weapon and all that
Bullet,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad of a stack there of some stuff. Look at that. Mostly all of that was slip. How about that? Uh, it can be good sometimes. But yeah, like me and Keith were talking before we went on. Like I said, we've lost a lot of people this year. It's insane that, you know, we recently lost Ace Frehley. You know, we've lost others before that. Of course, we've talked about Hogan and Ozzy to death, but it's just very very, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, it's people you grew up with, man. You know, they're just kind of gone and stuff. And sometimes you feel alone, but it's okay. You'll never be alone. We're all here with you, haunting your dreams wise, you know.
Well, year and a half has been rough with that, man. It's just blowing my mind. Between celebrities and people that we actually know on here, it's just
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah, it's kind of nutty and stuff like that. Mention the friend that you've done streams with that recently passed there, Keith, real quick, if you could, please.
Oh, that was Steven from Craving Something Scary. We
Yeah.
did a Christine watch along on my channel 3 years ago, back when he was still a little healthier and he was feeling good. And I of course premiered that about 3 weeks ago, and I put it up again. And it was a good chance for people that knew him and liked him and cared about him, for them to see him feeling good and being happy and just, you know what I mean, seeing him at his peak. And I think they really got a lot of enjoyment out of that. So
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, if you can. This ain't a shameless plug to me or anything like that. I did a few streams with Caveman. I did that. I shared one that I did with him like last year in February. You know, calm the hell down with the Caveman and stuff. And you know, that seemed to be my best video. I went over Rio and watched that. You know, as soon as he came on, you know, he just had that big smile on his face. He just put it on like that. You know what I mean? And that just worked. Worked really good for the Caveman. All right, so let's.
Because we're kind of immortalized on here, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's why I told everybody when I put that video out of me and Steven doing Christine. I said, everybody, if you want to download it, feel free to download it, because if something happened to my channel, we would lose that forever. So
yeah,
we want to keep that stuff. We want to keep that stuff.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a huge thing. All right, let's just get into this. So I was watching Born to Be Red yesterday. Some interesting news, and I guess you can say that news that some people from Shout Scream Factory have been laid off, that there's been I don't call it a corporate takeover, but somebody's bought them. I don't know all that. I really don't care about that. But we're going to look at what's on sale here, because they're not even calling it a sale. They're just slashing prices for some of their lower titles, which is insane. We're going to look at some Blu-rays and some 4Ks that are, it's almost a crime when you think about it, considering what we've gone through this year with a lot of stuff. Like, they're really, you know what I mean? Just like really different. Let's see here. Yeah, it tells me to come back. Yeah, we're going to share it back. Okay, so here we go. So going up to the kind of first tab here, and we're just going down. This is Scream Factory. So this is not a good film. It's not. It could have been better. John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars. So you get that with the alternate slip, $15. So $16, excuse me. I mean, you know, it's just like I said, if you're collecting John Carpenter, then yeah, I would suggest get it and stuff like that. I have the Blu-ray of it that Mill Creek released, I think. Yeah. And it has an all-star cast in it, really. I mean, Jason Statham is in this one. That's an early role for him. But you know, it could have been better. Like I say, the score worked and stuff like that. But what have you? You have the Halloweens. This is kind of normal. That collector set wise is kind of normal wise. That's actually gone up. Drag Me to Hell, $16. This is the version I purchased last night. So this was Sam Raimi's big comeback. Um, Justin Long, Justin Long's in this as well. This kind of, remember him, of course, from Jeepers Creepers. Man, he's just a scream dude, you can say. You have Scream Queens, you have Scream Kings. He's a Scream King in here, playing kind of a different part. What's your thought on the film, King?
For which one's that?
Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, really good, Raimi, man. Really good. It's got I can't remember her name. Karen Gillan that plays Gamora. No, not Gamora. She plays on the Marvel movies.
Oh, she she's in the Black Widow ones? Is that her?
No,
she's thinking of someone else.
She's the sister to what's her name? She's Thanos' daughter.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget now.
Yeah.
Chad, if you know her name, kind of just shout it out if you can. End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger for $22. His attempt at a horror film, a little bit. I've never seen it.
Nice comeback by Raimi.
Oh yeah, extremely comeback from Raimi. The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro. Sir Anthony Hopkins is in this one too. That 4K with with the poster and then the alternate slip. That's a good gothic film. I like it. $18. That's pretty damn good.
It got a lot of crap when it came out. I'm not exactly sure why, because it's got a good cast and it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's not as bad as people act like,
Yeah, it's just been a minute since I've seen it. I remember it and stuff like that. It's just like with people, they're like hardcore Universal and stuff like that too. But inspired by the classic Universal film. This was their first attempt to try to revamp this MonsterVerse and what have you and stuff like that too. So Anthony Hopkins, it's like Hugo Weaving is in here too. Yeah, V for Vendetta, definitely. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely one you kind of need to check out. The Blu-ray for Sleepaway Camp, 13. That's the cheapest I've seen it. So maybe cheaper, but yeah, basically $14 for that. If you want it, get it. I have it. It's worth it. Sleepaway Camp. It's the first one.
Yeah.
Night of the Creeps Collector's Edition with the figure, $40. Okay,
yeah,
$40.
That's what I want. That's one of the ones I want bad, but I just don't have
$40. I know Napalm. I don't know if Hayden's still watching Napalm and OJ. I think he was interested in this. I really like Night of the Creeps and stuff like that. The alternate cover looks interesting. I've seen that, and I think in other like bare bones releases. $40. I mean, that's what you get. NECA figure plus 2 exclusive slipcover plus 2 exclusive posters. This is the whole set for $40. Period.
I know. If I only had $40, man.
Dude, that's definitely worth it. A film I actually did like. I know Eric likes this film, Last Voyage of the Demeter. If you want to get the 4K, I would get it at this price, $16. So I mean, it's like sheesh. Like it's insane. Of course, the Blob remake, which I do like a lot, it's kind of messed up. Kids kind of die in this film, the Blob and stuff. That's one of the Dillon brothers. I forget his name, but it's the oldest one, I think, is in that one too. So it's a good remake. $10 ain't too bad. Candyman, that's about right for that one. For 14, that's an all-timer. Ginger Snaps actually went up, which is interesting. So, you have that 13 Ghosts with Michael J. Fox in this one, or I'm thinking the other one. I know Matthew Lillard is in 13 Ghosts. It's an interesting one. I haven't seen it in a long time.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
That was a long
the Krampus. I love Krampus. It's an hilarious film. So the Naughty Cut Deluxe Edition. So you get all this for $42. Original price $140 for a snow globe. That probably the snow will dissipate or something happens with that because it's probably a cheap snow globe. Have you seen Krampus, Keith?
No, I have not seen that.
Oh, it's a dark comedy, right? Okay. And it's really good. I suggest it more towards Christmas and stuff like that. And I didn't know about Krampus and stuff like that. It's a German holiday, I believe. The shadow of Saint Nicholas. So it's like, hey, why not? The Creep Show limited edition steelbook. That's the 4K. $23 isn't bad. For that, if you don't own Creep Show, you know what I mean. If you like that looking steelbook, that is a nice looking steelbook. I have to admit. Idle Hands, that costs too much at the moment. I haven't seen that. So this is what I'm talking about. Like kind of like corny films like this. Equalizer 2000, $3. Original price was $30. So they're not even, like. Have you seen kind of films like this? These are like futuristic, like late 80s films and what have you. So it's like, it's crazy that they're just bringing them down for that price.
You know what I mean? Almost like they're clearing out their stock,
Yeah. Maybe they are. So it's like, it's kind of crazy. What, like I say, these kind of prices are, what have you and stuff like that. Yeah, Krampus was funny. It's definitely funny. There's by the Trick or Treat director. Okay. Yeah, there's like.
So I missed it.
there's the grandmother that's in there, right? She doesn't speak English until the end, until she tells the story. And one of the guys makes the comment is like, "Oh, now she finally speaks English to us." And it's a dark story. So, yeah, you have Idle Hands, the collector's edition for that one. That's a fun one if you've never seen it. It's a different type of film. So
it is, yeah.
A reissue of Dead Space for $8. Return of the Living Dead, Hush, those are the same prices. Death Becomes Her, yeesh. For that. Blob Limited Edition Steelbook, yeesh. Yeah, I don't like the way the Steelbook looks kind of weird, to tell you the truth. I do like the kind of picture, but look at the chick's leg there. It looks whatever.
Yeah.
Phantom of Paradise.
The original art either looks really good or it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This isn't bad for what you get, plus the poster, Rabid, David Cronenberg's Rabid. Very good film. Yes. Early film by David Cronenberg. Very good.
That's his second actual film, yeah.
Forbidden World, another Roger Corman film. That's not the first Corman kind of film. I think it's called like Forbidden Planet or something like that. It's something different. The Gift. Darkness. This one, like $6 for the Blu-ray. I don't know a lot about it, but it's like little films like this. Of course, you have Nosferatu, the vampire, Klaus Kinski. That's a cool-looking slip for that one. The alternate one, that's a trip, that film. Was it Njanji? I forget how you kind of say her first name, but I kind of have a problem saying her last name. Dawn of the Dead 4K. Flesh Eaters reissue. I think that's an older release, like $8.
Right.
The double sets are the ones that used to be really high up there in price. Like I say, we both have this one. I have this one. Me and you did a stream on that. And Tales from the Crypt and the Vault of Horror that are based off the EC comics. Great. Tales from the Crypt is terrific. That's a terrific anthology film. Terrific. Was it All Through the House? I think it's called, or whatever like that. The Christmas one.
Yeah, that's the one that they redid on the very first episode of the series of the HBO series. Tales from the Crypt.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely.
They redid
the
that
Black Christmas steelbook with that poster looks really nice, and that's a nice looking steelbook. I'm impressed with that. Interesting. Makes you think kind of differently. $40, that ain't too bad for that. Of course, Shocker, a fun Wes Craven film, 4K. Silver Bullet, $10. If you want the Blu-ray, that's a good one of my all-time favorite werewolf films. I love Silver Bullet a lot.
Yes.
Very good. Vampires like that. Black Christmas. Ravenous, yeah, 14. I do have the 4K of Silver Bullet as well. Good. The transfer looks very good for this 4K, but we'll see if it ever goes farther down. Abraxas, which is very funny because Jesse Ventura's in this one. So it's these weird releases that come out of nowhere. These used to be exclusives. So this is $6. $6. So that's pretty good. Slither, 17. Slither's a fun one. I like the film a lot. Michael Rooker's in that one. And Elizabeth Banks is as well.
Yeah.
A deluxe edition of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. So both of those together, That's pretty damn good for $60. Those could be my releases of the year. Like I say, it's been a good year for these releases. Definitely. Yeah, the Monkey's Paw, $4 for blue, and these are Blu-rays. Okay, $4 for a Blu-ray, $4, and it's from Scream Factory, so you know you get some stuff with it. The Craft Collector's Edition, $10. Another Dean Koontz book made into film, Phantoms, which I heard is actually quite good. Poltergeist 2, this might be my release of the year. I love Poltergeist 2 a little bit more than the first, believe it or not. It's a good one, definitely. I was kind of surprised they released this. Death Becomes Her. Yeah, Bruce Willis. Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep. So these are the interesting ones. So that ain't bad for this one. I have this double set TerraVision and the Video Dead. These are VHS, basically video store releases and stuff like that, but some fun ones. Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, $10. Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah, I have that release.
Yeah, you get both of those.
Mouth of Madness. The only reason it's 27 or whatever like that is because the Arrow release. That's the only reason. No, I'm not buying it for that. Army of Darkness limited edition steelbook, $40. Nah. It'd be, it is what it is with that film. This is one of the ones I picked up. Street Girls, considering who the director is or the producer. About $8. I like more. I'm starting to getting into the more grittier films of the time. You know what I mean? Something a little bit different that they won't put on. They won't put in theaters anymore. You won't see anymore.
Right.
Vincent Price collection reissue. Yes, all day.
Yeah, I know. I want one of those.
This is volume 1. Yeah.
I don't have 1 and 3, but I have 2.
I have volume 1, and this should come, even though it's a reissue, it should come with the book. That comes with it. This has Witchfinder General on it. From 1968. That's part of the Unholy Trilogy of films.
Right.
But yeah, this has his classic stuff. Fall of the House of Usher, which a lot of people think was what got Hammer into doing their Hammer horror, because that was done before that. Roger Corman did that one too, by the way. And Vincent Price, what can you say? I watched Haunted Hill for the first time a couple of months ago. That's an all-time film. So, I mean, Vincent Price is the man. What can you say?
Night on Earth is great too.
Oh, yeah. I Am Legend. Of course, They Live, that version of it and stuff like that. Wheels of Fire and Raiders of the Sun. That's probably the cheapest you're going to get that double set. Like Mad Max knockoff films, It's like, why not? Rec Connection. That ain't bad. I still need to check it out. I have that set. I got that for cheaper though. And I love Quarantine. I know Quarantine is a direct American knockoff of Rec and stuff like that, but people highly recommend the first 2 for found footage films. They say they're like really good. Body Bags Rips was supposed to be Showtime's answer to Tales from the Crypt on HBO. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, Video Dead is funny film zombies out of the telly. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, Black Christmas, Vampire, Scream Factory double feature, Poltergeist. I would love to own. Yeah, definitely, Sarah. I think you'd like those films a lot. And yes, Tales from the Crypt is a great Brit film. All-star cast of people in there. Basically, if you have a Hall of Fame 4 actors and stuff like that, dude, where can you go wrong? Like Peter Cushing, I forget his name, Keith. He's the blind dude. He's in the Black Cat. Yeah.
Patrick McGee.
Yeah, Patrick McGee. Yeah. Like I say, all those stories are bangers. So
from the Black Cat and Clockwork Orange, and
yeah. Tales from the Hood, I would get that if it was a little bit cheaper. Tales from the Hood is actually quite good. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Body Bags, I have this one. Yeah, John Carpenter's anthology and stuff like that. Mark Hamill's in this one. So It works out. A Galaxy of Terror. This is the one I remember watching on Amazon. That cover steals it for me. That'd be it, to get it.
Yeah.
Demon of Paradise and stuff like that. Another aquatic monster film and what have you. $6 for the Blu-ray. It's like, why not? Of course, you have Lake Placid, The Legend of Hell House. I just got this one as well. That's based off the novel from Richard Matheson. The great Richard Matheson. So Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight, which some people say isn't really a Tales from the Crypt film. Because the Crypt Keeper is in there, but he just like in there at the start and then in there at the end. But it's probably one of Billy Zane's best performances. I love Billy Zane a lot. He plays a great villain in like anything he's ever done. So
yeah,
The Winged Serpent, $8. That's pretty good.
Madison also wrote he wrote Lesson on Earth and Trilogy of Terror. So
yeah, he sure did. Yeah, 8mm. I got this for cheaper at the time. That's a Brian De Palma, I think.
No,
or I forget who actually did this one, but 8mm. It's been a minute since I've seen the film. Joaquin Phoenix is in it. Yeah. Get ready. It could be disturbing. And this is the version I got of They Live. I got this version right here. Look at that. I mean, it's $26 with the very late great Rowdy Piper and Keith David, one of the greatest voice talents of all time. So you have that. And here we go right here. So the first time I saw this, so Black Sunday collector's edition, Mario Bava's like masterpiece. A lot of people consider that $22, and it comes with the poster, and it's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Barbara Steele, ladies and gentlemen, it's a vampire movie, and it's not. What's your thoughts on Black Sunday, Keith? Go ahead.
That's great, man. You got Barbara Steele. It's one of Baba's earlier ones. Of course, it's in black and white. It's made around the time like of Black Sabbath, and it's just a really good old fashioned witch tale, man. It's great. Baba was great. We talked a lot about Argento and Fulci, but Baba's right there too, man.
You wouldn't have them without Baba. Like I say, Blood and Black Lace is my all-time favorite gialli. Period. Nothing comes close to it. It's a scary thought. Deep Red doesn't. That's my second all-timer. It's crazy. It's like that could be cheaper, but of course it's both the Slumber Party Massacre films and stuff like that, that double set and stuff like that. I do like 2 a little bit more than the first one. The first one's fun. 2 is a blast. It's like batshit crazy. I like films that take it to that different level, so it works out. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh, the second film. This is actually a good film. I like it a lot. It's almost a descent into madness. So it looks a little bit different. I picked this one up as well, Sawbones. So it's a knockoff of Dr. Giggles. $4.
Right.
$4 for the Blu-ray. That was an exclusive. When they brought this out originally, it was like $25 for a Blu-ray. And then they're like, yeah, just do this. This is very interesting. I've seen The Gray with Liam Neeson and stuff. This is actually a pretty good film. Have you seen The Gray before there, Keith?
The what?
It's called The Gray. It's not what you think it is. Yeah, Liam Neeson's on this plane, and the plane crashes in this like Arctic area and stuff like that too. And him and these other people are at the fight of their lives from these wolves that are tracking them. The ending is kind of CGI a little bit, but that's okay. And it's not what I thought it was. I do like it a lot. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I'd recommend watching The Gray before buying it if you want to. That's pretty good for a steelbook, and plus the poster. I like the longer posters like that. They look pretty cool. They look better on the wall, in my opinion. But I would check this one out. It may be streaming somewhere, but I definitely check that out. It's The Gray. Yeah, Child's Play, of course. The Stepfather. I really want this release. I really love The Stepfather a lot, but I can't justify paying $34 for it. It's a character piece, and I forget the guy who plays him. Of course, he's from Hellraiser. No, not from Hellraiser, no. But he's Terry O'Quinn, and just
yes, from Silver Bullet, and
yeah, he's a serial killer in this, and that's the greatest poster you'll ever see. That's the greatest poster you'll ever see, because that's basically what a serial killer, in my opinion, what's in their head, right? Before he's shaved and after, right? Who am I here, right? He's contemplating what he's going to do next. That's what he does. He's a family annihilator. Spoiler. And he just goes on to the next and to the next and to the next. He can't help himself. So yeah.
It's actually loosely based on the John List case, where the man murdered the whole family. It stars Jill Cholonen, that
Yeah.
was in popcorn. She was in popcorn, and let me see, she was in that. She was in popcorn. She was in oh man, fuck. What's the name of it? Yeah, Cutting Class. God damn.
Oh yeah, Cutting Class. Oh yeah, I still need to watch Cutting Class. Yeah,
I'm
she's
big scene moments tonight, man. Big scene moments.
Nice. Company of Wolves. I still need to watch this one too. I got it with a little bit of a rip slip. That's okay. Jessica Lansbury tells the tale in this, like it's a takeoff of Little Red Riding Hood. So we add horror to that. Why not? Napalm and OJ mentioned this film right here, Bones and All. I remember this was in the theater and stuff like that too. It's an MGM film, so it talks about cannibals. So it's almost like a Romeo and Juliet story, except it's with cannibals instead. Where I understand, it's pretty good for what it is.
Yeah,
so.
I seen that when I was a kid.
Yeah, the Mangler. That was I heard the Mangler wasn't that great either.
It's all
yeah,
right.
Robert Englund's in that and stuff like that. It's supposed to be kind of interesting for a film. And I'm buying that Blu-ray for $27 either. Killer Clowns Steelbook, and I'd rather buy the regular release.
Steelbook, man. That is a cool steelbook. I have that. The back of it looks real cool. The whole thing's pretty neat.
Nice. Dude, so Dark Angel, aka I Come in Peace. This is a hilariously good tropey action film. Of course, it's Dolph Lundgren and stuff like that. I like the film a lot. Basically, I come in peace, and you go in pieces. So it's really good. $12, I would get it. Day of the Dead. This is one of my all-time favorite zombie films. Period. Like, what can you do? The scores and Scream. I guess they're still working on it. They're still working on the release, so we'll see. They better be. People have been waiting on a 4K for this one for a while, and this is a good transfer. I have this Blu-ray. I like the film a lot. Like watching it for the first time a few months ago, dude. The score, everything about the film is great. Like it's an all-time zombie film in my opinion. It's crazy.
Day of the Dead has actually aged better than any of them, in my opinion. I've said this before.
It has. Probably because
so well.
Probably it's what Kirkman used in his comic book, and what The Walking Dead did. I think they got mainly from this film. They got it from, of course, his other films. It's not the dead that you fear; it's the people. Specifically in the army base, that whole enclosed fear, right? I love that cohabitation horror. I think it's called. You're all in that base. And people turn on each other. And the dude that played the general is a piece of shit. Great actor.
He is great. Yes.
The shady doctor, the evil shady doctor. He was not a good person. But it's
great performance. Great performance.
Yeah, great performance. Yeah, They Live and stuff. That's an awesome looking steelbook. Like I said, yeah, Obey. This might be one of my releases of the year. I have this set, Mario Baba. That's not bad to get. You get so this is what you get with the film. So this is what you get in this set. So people are shitting on this a lot. I'm like, why? You didn't buy it. I did. So it's like, what's the point? I'm happy I have it. It's a beautiful set. Beautiful set from the master.
Like Hatchet, Hatchet for the Honeymoon and shit like that. That's
it doesn't have those, right? It doesn't have the Whip in the Body either, because Kino has that, right? It has some certain ones. But it has the main ones, and of course Blood and Black Lace it doesn't have. But Black Sunday, you have The Girl Who Knew Too Much. Also, I think they also have The Evil Eye on here, the Evil Eye version of that film. So they have both versions of that. Of course, Black Sunday international version, all-time great film. Black Sabbath, of course, that's the trilogy Kino had and stuff like that of films, hosted by Boris Karloff. Yeah. The Wordalak is probably one of the greatest vampire stories ever. I'm not kidding. It's one of his best performances. I love Karloff so much. He does a great job. He takes the child and he goes, "Come on, sit on Grandpa's lap." And I'm like, dude, it's like, Kill Baby Kill, great haunted house horror film and stuff like that as well. I know JT really likes Kill Baby Kill a lot. Knives of the Avenger I've not seen. So you have something interesting with that. $5 for an August Moon. Darren highly wrecks that film. Says it's a very good giallo type of film. This is his Western, Rory Colt and Winchester Jack. So this has Brett Halsey, great actor. He was good friends with Lucio Fulci, and it's crazy that he's in here. Yeah, and then Charles Southwood and stuff like that. So that's 2. 4 Times That Night. A Bay of Blood, of course, an all-timer. Baron Blood, which I like a lot. It's very cool to get a Blu-ray of Baron Blood again. I know Kino had one. I like Baron Blood. I still need to check out that transfer of how they did, but if it's looking 1080p, that's all good with me and stuff like that. It's a gothic slasher a little bit. That's probably why I like Baron Blood. And of course, you have Lisa and the Devil, which is a lot of people consider his best or last great film. Like Tony Savalas, before Kojak. Tony Savalas did stuff before Kojak. He did Twilight Zone episodes. He did Poor Express. Yeah. Of course, he did Kojak. He did if you didn't know, he did the voice of Rupert Thorne in Batman the Animated Series. If you didn't know, so it just worked really good. So, and yeah, I mean,
it's also called like House of the Exorcism or something like that.
Yeah, House of the Exorcism. Yep.
Yeah,
House of the Exorcism. Yep. And Kidnapped, aka like Rabid Dogs, which I heard is a good one from him too. So yeah, it's a great it's up there for my box set of the year. It's a great set, and
that's like a Euro crime. Film. Rabid Dogs is.
That's what I like about this year. A lot of these directors are getting their due. I call it the year of Fulci. Finally, we're getting these films from Fulci, like like the ones that we just recently got on 4K, like Don't Torture a Duckling, like The Beyond, like Murder Rock. Come on. It's like it's insane.
Vigor Syndrome put that one out, and they also put out Sleepless from Dario.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I have the Scorpion release of that, so it's very cool that they did a 4K of that too. Of course, you have the Demon stuff, which I highly recommend. Night of the Demons, the first one, is a great film. I love it a lot. It's a great Halloween film. It's hilariously good. One of Wes's first film, of course, Deadly Blessing with Ernest Borgnine. Of course, you have Trick or Treat, which costs way too much. I got the studio release of that. The Howling on the Blu-ray and stuff like that. It ain't bad for that Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray of this one. Howling's my all-time favorite werewolf film. I love The Howling a lot. Dee Wallace, dude.
It's the best pure horror version of a werewolf film. When Eddie's turning and he gets that death's head grin, that is fucking terrifying. That still freaks me out, man. Just imagine being
a serial killer too, because that's what the reporter's trying to figure out. People are getting killed, so it's a serial killer that's doing it. When he corners the one woman in the office or whatever like that, that's brutal as hell.
Yeah, he's like the happy face killer or something like that.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah.
Smiley face killer.
Cheaper stuff from like Dolph Lundgren, Jill Rips and stuff like that. If you want to buy it for $6. Serial Mom, $20. That ain't bad with Kathleen Turner. My goodness. So you have that. My Bloody Valentine. I have this steelbook. That ain't bad for that Blu-ray. That's a nice looking steelbook, man. That was the first Scream Factory steelbook I ever got. Sword and the Sorcerer. That's not too bad for 30 for that 4K. It's like a tropey sword and sorcery, or sword and sandals type of film. The Burning, like I say, I'd wait for the 4K. It's Alive. I have this. I still need to watch it. And you're talking about a demon baby that gets loose after birth in the hospital. If you don't like hospital horror, I wouldn't recommend it. But I mean, whenever you see something like this, you see Baby Crib and it says it's alive, you're in trouble. So,
but that's it right there. Yeah.
The Amityville Horror, which Pops over at Pop's Movie Dungeon mentioned, they're doing their top horror remakes and top remakes. This was on the list. People like this remake quite a bit. It's Ryan Reynolds in a serious role from him. So, of course, you have the other 4Ks here. Funhouse, I would get this on 4K for that price. That's very good. That's a very good price. Toby Hooper's Funhouse. I love that film. That's very good.
Yeah, I already got it.
Great Halloween film. Yeah. Monkey Shines 4K for $21.99. That's pretty damn good. Village of the Damned. I've heard good and bad things about that film. That's John Carpenter's version of it. Yeah.
It's not
Christopher
terrible.
Reeve is in this one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last one that he made where he was still walking before the
Yeah.
That's all he made. The last
Dog
one.
Soldiers Blu-ray. Virus for $16. Oh, I haven't seen Virus in over 20 years. It's like everyone was trying to do stuff off of Event Horizon. So these people are like on a ship doing something, and this AI unit is after them. Like it's like a robot, a killer robot coming after them and stuff like that too. So it's very interesting for what it is. Of course, you have the Thing, Dogs, Soldiers, The Crush. I would get that for $10, for $9. With Alicia Silverstone, it's a good film. It's a trip. She's at her sexy best in that. A psycho girl who's way too young for that dude that you see in the sunglasses of hers.
Right.
Just the ending scene is quite interesting. That Ain't Bad that comes with the vinyl. I have the Escape from New York set that kind of looks like this. That comes with like a vinyl like this that comes in that. That's sick. That's very nice.
Yes.
John Carpenter's Anthology 2. There you go, Keith. $10.
You shouldn't. Wow.
$10. So this is Anthology Movie Things 76 to 88. So this is the good stuff.
Yeah, I've got
This is the good stuff. So Christine should be in here, I think.
Yeah, I have the vinyl of that.
Nice. Yeah, Chariots of the Pumpkins, 69th Street Bridge. Yeah, that's a great scene or a great theme.
Both
the
of them
alley,
both.
Big Trouble in Little China, Wake Up, They Live. Yeah, Julie's dead. The Shape enters Laurie's room. Oh, yeah, dun-dun. Love at a Distance, Prince of Darkness. Great film, too. I love Prince of Darkness. That's a good one. Yeah, with Alex Cooper as a homeless person. Urban Legend that still costs too much and stuff like that. There's some deals, too, on Amazon if you want to check as well, because they're doing deals as well for Scream Factory stuff. So,
yeah, they got for like $59.
Dude, buy it. It's the set. It's the set. If you just want a Friday the 13th set, that is the set. That is the set. It comes with everything.
For $59, it makes you want to grab another.
Yeah.
It really does, man. I mean, that's cheap as fuck, man. And it's not gonna last forever. When it's gone, it's gone. They must have made a lot of those, man.
They did. Originally,
Like
they made a lot because they know it would sell. It's like, why not? You know?
It's still selling. Yep.
I'd buy another one, sure. I'd buy like the full version that came with the poster and stuff like that. I didn't do that. But that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. We have the island here. Yeah.
But yeah, for $59, man, anybody that don't have it, grab that motherfucker.
And I got this one. It was like a members sale, like only sale or something like that. And so almost like you could say a flash sale. So I got this for a lot cheaper than that. That's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. I'm all for like collecting stuff in like franchises, you know.
Right.
Texas Chainsaw is the only one I haven't collected a lot of. You know what I mean? Like with the DVDs, I have the beginning. I really like the beginning. I really like the beginning. It's a good film. Like I want to check out that 4K. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger are in this one too. So, you know, Matthew McConaughey done horror. He has no issue doing that either. So
hell no. He's proud of it.
Sorority House Massacre. I've heard such interesting stuff. $22. That ain't bad for that. Yeah, who survived the final exam?
That's a good slasher. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Both of them, part 1 and part 2, are both good. JT's favorite's part 2. I prefer part 1.
This, I think, Brian De Palma got the idea for Body Double by looking at this cover, because this looks almost like Body Double, like the dude looking at, like, you know, the chick through the blinds. It's like insanely good.
It's less like that and more of a combination of Final Exam meets Slumber Party Massacre.
Nice.
And if they had a baby, it'd be Sorority House Massacre.
Very, very, very nice. And got my boy Jeff in here. Hey, thanks for joining and saying hi there, Jeff. Really appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. For Caveman, absolutely. Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side was rad. The show is one of the greatest anthologies in the history of Earth. It's been a minute since I've seen Tales from the Dark Side, the series and stuff like that too. But that's a good price for that. I have the 4K of this one too. Yeah, this has I forget his name in it, and he starts the anthology of these stories and stuff like that. Battle Beyond the Stars steelbook for like that's the Blu-ray steelbook for $10. I'd pick it up if you don't have it. It's like why not? Cursed, I didn't like this werewolf film to begin with anyway. And I'm not paying like $30 for that Blu-ray either. The Sentinel, I would recommend. This is the unofficial fourth in the Apartment trilogy, because I think Roman Polanski was almost asked to direct this because it has heavy influence on the Apartment films. Heavy influence. Like, it's insane.
Chris Sarandon, and it's a made-for-television film, and for a made-for-television film, it's graphic. It's got Beverly D'Angelo, a young Beverly.
A lot of early actors in here. Like, is Christopher Walken in this one? No. I'm thinking of somebody. I have this Blu-ray. Yeah. John Carpenter's Lost Themes, the Norse set. That's $10 and stuff like that. So they're doing their vinyls here, and it comes with like the smaller record. That's the I forgot what they call those. The Strangers 4K, they just released that. Yeah, Dracula Dead Loving It, Leslie Nielsen. That's a funny one. It's been a minute. Serpent in the Rainbow, one I have to get from Wes Craven. That's one of his early films. Bill Pullman. So that's a nice looking Tales from the Dark Side. They just released this steelbook for this too. So that's interesting looking, definitely. The Life Force Blu-ray for $10 if you just want the Blu-ray. And I love Life Force. I really like that film a lot. It's one space vampires, one from Toby Hooper. They don't talk about. It's like a space opera epic that goes into different directions. Patrick Stewart is also so. Right. Alone in the Dark. I have this one. Very good film. I do consider it a slasher. It's very slasher-X. Jack Palance is in here, and he's a psycho. Of course, you have Donald Pleasance in here, too. You have Lynn Shay making an appearance, because this is New Line. This is New Line. Yeah. She makes an appearance in here. It is New Line before they're New Line. So, Class of 1984, $11. Yes, get it. I love Class of 1984. That's a great price for that. Great film. The Brain. Yeah, we sure did. The Brain is a great film. It has the dude that was in Reanimator. That played the other doctor. Okay. It has Nightmare on Elm Street tropes to it. I'd recommend The Brain. It's a fun one, definitely. And it's around Christmas time too. Psycho 2, of course. That ain't bad for that Blu-ray. Black Christmas, that's the Blu-ray, of course, like that. I have that Blu-ray too. Night of the Comet. House of Wax. I have the studio release of this. This is the remake, which is actually quite good. That's actually a pretty good remake. It's just been a minute. Alicia Cuthbert's in there. Of course, Paris Hilton is in there. That's a better shot from the actual poster. That's her covered in that wax. So it kind of works better. The Burning's still too high up there for my taste. Nightbreed 4K, people shit on this release a bit, I guess, because Scream didn't have the Cabal cut, basically. That's what it's based off of, is Clive Barker's The Cabal novel or his short story and stuff like that. So I think this one has the Blu-ray version of that. Same thing with this Life Force one. I have this 4K as well, which looks great in 4K, really. Night Creatures, that's a Hammer film. That cost too much. Brotherhood of the Wolf 4K, that's a good one. That's a good price for that 4K, $16 French film. So Bad Moon, yes, I would pick that up. It's a very underrated werewolf film. That's a good price for that, $16. Have you seen Bad Moon, Keith?
No, I actually haven't.
Yeah, it's like this family member becomes a werewolf and stuff like that. He gets bitten and he comes back, and it's this kid's dog knows what's going on. You know, it's done through the kid, you know, and the dog can't really tell him what's going on, that it's his family member that's doing this stuff. And then it comes with like a good climax, good death scenes here. It's a good double feature with Silver Bullet, really. I have this double set, Scanners and Scanners 2 and Scanners 3. Like I say, I'm kind of a completionist for this one too. That's a really good price for a double feature. Have you seen any of the Scanners sequels, Keith?
Yeah. I've seen part 2, but I'm such a huge fan of the first one and the way it was that, you know what I mean? Yeah. The sequels are a lot different than the original.
You have some interesting here ones. The Doctor and the Devils, that's $10. Fire in the Sky, I'd like that to be lower too. That's based off a true story. There's a docuseries on that actual dude. I found on Tubi, I think it's called. I forget the name of it and stuff like that, but it's like terrifying. It's very terrifying. Sleepwalkers, that's a fun one. And, you know, Stephen King film and stuff like that. Event Horizon, I'd still buy that Scream Factory Blu-ray and stuff like that. It's my all-time horror film. I have multiple versions of that film. So, I mean, Femme Fatale, The People Under the Stairs, that's pretty good for 16. Dreamscape, that's very good. That's very good with Dennis Quaid and Max von Sydow. That's a very good film. A little more hardcore than you may think it is and stuff like that too. So $13, I would pick that up. Pumpkinhead, of course. 7 Golden Vampires, $16. That's a Hammer film. Peter Cushing's in that. So
hell yeah.
Check that one out. There's the Howling Steelbook. That's an interesting looking steelbook, definitely. I do like the picture though. It looks different. Cobra, of course, that's pretty good for them to put that down to $13 and stuff. I have that Blu-ray of that, and I like that Blu-ray. It's a good one. This is one I picked up as part of this sale going on right now. Is The Hand. I heard it's pretty good. I heard The Hand's actually pretty good for what it is. I have this one. I got this one in the sale like a few months ago. Brain Scan has Edward Furlong. Frank Langella's in it too. That's him that you see there. It's a pretty good one. You have Carrie, of course, all-timer. Misery, $20 for that Blu-ray. Devil, 4K. I haven't seen Devil in a while. It's a good one. People get trapped in an elevator and then stuff starts to happen to them. If you were only to get one double set here from Scream Factory, it would be Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours. I love these films a lot. Visiting Hours, Michael Ironside, like that's his like debut film. Like it's really good. William Shatner's in that one too. Bad Dreams is a knockoff of Dream Warriors, which I think is a little bit better than Dream Warriors. So yeah, and they both match up together pretty well. So you have that. You have this one, the collector's edition of Creepshow. That's the side loader. $20 for that. Why not? You know, it's rare for Scream Factory to do side loaders. You know, you have, some other releases right here. So yeah, if you're all interested, I would definitely check it out, and should message Scream Factory and do a code Caveman and have them get that maybe get a discount and stuff like that for the great dude that we lost. So, and I see you're in here, Larry. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. And we have another person in here. Yeah, Cinematic Brain Damage. Great YouTube stuff. So they definitely cool names. The Sand, Jaws in the Sand. Nice. Love Brain Scan. Fun movie. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely I couldn't get through Nightbreed. Yeah, I feel you. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi, Cal. I really appreciate it. Great streams you're doing, man. Like your history of movies through those years and stuff like that. It's very cool. Check out Cal's channel, man. Fun. Yeah, he has interesting takes. All right. I know this was a little bit impromptu, but I would like to thank Keith, a.k.a. Gorphobe, for joining me this evening and a tribute to a great person that we recently lost. Like I say, no sorrow here, only great stuff from a great dude. And Keith, what do you have going on in your channel, my brother?
Well, Sarah was asking. She says, Gore and Chris, y'all going to be doing next video is what I'm guessing. Well, we're getting ready to do. I think we're getting ready to do another episode of the Extreme Grindhouse
Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be doing one of those here soon. I'm going to be doing Phantasm with Drake here soon. We're going to check it out together, and everybody else is invited to check it out with us if they'd like.
Phantasm, great film. Yeah.
I'm also starting. I don't know if you see my new series, Chris. It's it's basically analyzing scenes is what I call it. And it's where I take scenes from a film and I play them and I analyze them from the character's point of view all the way through it. Like my episode 1 is from Halloween, since it's October. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill's original Halloween, and I'm doing the Ghost Bob scene.
Yeah, that's right. No, I saw that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's the angle that I'm going at that new series. Other than that, busting ass on that Fulci documentary. I got about a half hour of it done. Anybody who's wondering about that, I got like a 4-minute clip over on my channel right now. It's just a sample. It's just a sneak peek of it. Go over and check it out and tell me what you think in the comments.
Absolutely. As for me, Wednesday with Darren, my slasher bro, we're doing Off the Blade Slashers 101. We'll do a tribute to Caveman on that one as well. So we have a challenge going on for us. We're going through 101 slashers and stuff like that. So I'm down to 97 or 96 more I have to watch, and we're going to go down a list that Hysteria Lives did for what he believes are slashers, for what he thinks is like. It goes up to the first one, which I still have to watch, which is 13 Women, I think it's called, from 1929. Then they have some other ones on there, and we're going to go through what we've kind of seen and just analyze it a bit. And it's just a fun BS stream and stuff like that. So pay close attention to that. Slasher stream, the second best stream next to Hysteria Lives, if he ever does anything else, which he does. So definitely check that out. The Black Glove Reviews podcast and stuff. We have a podcast planned for that one as well. We're going to be talking about two kind of more hospital massacres. So we're going to be talking about Schizoid with Klaus Kinski, and we're talking about X-Ray with Miss Benton. So that's a double set that Vinegar Syndrome recently released, and that will probably be my first Kinski film. So, because I haven't seen anything with Kinski in it, so it's tippy toeing into that man's film career. So pay attention to that, and just all good stuff here, and we'd like to wish everybody a happy spooky season and stuff like that too. And everybody, like I say, rest in peace to Caveman. We love you, man, and be careful walking those neon nights, my friends, because the black one is out there and the blackened one is also out there. I am Black Glove Reviews. He is Gorphobe, and
you are not. Have a great night.
You are definitely not. You all awesome savages. Have a great evening. I will see you all next time. Hit that like, please, for Cave.